Müminin suresi 110, şeytandan Allah'a sığınırım. Siz onları alay konusu edinmiştiniz. Demek ki müminler
In Surah Mu'minun, verse 110, I seek refuge in God from the cursed Satan, but you made a mockery of them. This means that believers are mocked, they are ridiculed, there is slander and defamation against them, because in order to slander, in order to defame the believers, it is apparent that there will be a kind of a conflict against them. Their ideas, their thoughts will not be accepted. And people will be considering them to be on the wrong path. Not only slightly, but severely. So they will be opposition, they will be opposing the believers. In verse Surah Mu'minun, verse 110, so that they made you forget to remember me. This means that they will be publishing news, and in their newspapers, because of speaking against the believers, because of backbiting and hatred and enmity against the Muslims, they will be forgetting to remember God, because they never criticize the PKK, for instance. Otherwise, they never criticize communism. They never bring out any conflict, any opposition against those ideologies. They don't speak about faith. They don't speak about love. They don't teach the facts of creation.
hiç Allah'tan bahseden dedikoducu köşe yazarı gördünüz mü? Bu gelenekçi Ortodoks Müslümanlar içerisinde.
Have you ever come across any journalist who remembers God, who praises the name of God, but who also backbites? This never happens. What they do is they try to mock or ridicule against the Muslims. They just speak from their behind. They bring out fitna. They bring out mischief and corruption. They just bring news. Just carry out defamation and slander. They just prepare the grounds for conspiracy. This is what they carry out. This is all kinds of acts of betrayal. They made you forget to remember me. This means that they forget remembering God. They don't speak about the facts of creation. They don't speak about the miracles of the Quran. While you were laughing at them, they say that, for instance, they're laughing against the Muslims. And this is how God teaches us, that those ones will be just ridiculing Muslims, they will be mocking against the Muslims, they will be laughing in this world. But in the hereafter, they will be just compensating for what they have done in this world. It's not just wearing all kinds of colors and going out. Today I have rewarded them for being steadfast. This means that believers, Muslims, are steadfast. That is why, despite all their plays and games and plots and all kinds of conspiracies, Muslims will be steadfast and they will be rewarded with heaven. They will be rewarded with God's approval, with God's pleasure. But those ones who are in denial, who are mocking against the believers, they will be put in hell. They will be in darkness. They will be surrounded with chains and smoke and fire, and they will be just remaining there throughout eternity. So the mushriks, the idolaters, they eat all those sandwiches, they eat all that food. They think that nothing will happen to them. However, they're just being prepared to take their place in hellfire. They don't think properly.